Okay, hey everybody, this is a quick video to go over all of the SFLM due diligence, kind of explain what's going on with this stock, why people are so excited about it. This has been a popular request for me to do, so let's just jump right into it. Here I have the SFLM OTC Markets profile up, and at first glance, you're going to say, why are people excited about a random jewelry company, right? If we take a look at their Twitter here, it looks like it's a jewelry company. What's going on? Why are people excited about a jewelry company? Well, it's actually not a jewelry company anymore. And in fact, it looks like it's going to be turning into something much more exciting. So let's talk about why that is, what's happening, and why everyone's so excited, right? So we're going to move on to this press release that they had November 15th of 2022. And SFLM Maven Corp announces the appointment of Chad McKay as chairman and CEO and announces new business plan. So the jewelry company actually went private and are no longer affiliated with this ticker. And so this is essentially a shell waiting for merger, and we're going to find out what that merger is. And I have a lot of speculation around what that merger could be or could be related to. And so before we go any further, I do want to note that this is still speculative, but essentially we're trying our best to put the pieces together on what this could be. And so obviously this video is not financial advice or anything like that. Everything is my opinion, and I'm an idiot, so take that as take that as you will, right? But let's go over, what's happening here based on this press release first and foremost. So Chad McKay obviously became appointed as chairman and CEO. Remember, this is basically an empty shell now, and we're waiting on a merger here. And you can see that Chad McKay is co-founder and managing partner of this company, Loyal Companies, private equity firm focusing on mergers and acquisitions. And then if we scroll down a little more, we're going to see here, Mr. McKay continued, our goal will be to add acquisitions and or licensing agreements to technologies that we believe will be accretive to the company and our shareholders. For example, we are working with one credible university on some amazing technologies in the lithium mining industry that could be really important to the future of electric batteries. Where it makes sense to focus on specific verticals, we will. If we find companies that could benefit by being part of the SFLM family of companies, we will evaluate those. We have an aggressive team and look forward to providing more detailed updates in the near future. So this was in November of 2022, right? And since then, we've been putting together the puzzle pieces on what this could actually be. What is coming into SFLM? What companies are they looking at? Well, they left us some clear hints here, such as this. We are working with one credible university on some amazing technologies in the lithium mining industry. So let's take a look at a couple more things before we dive into what that could actually be. First, we're going to take a look at the filings here. And as you can see, the filings reaffirm here, right here, that Loyal Technologies is the owner of this shell now. So they own the ticker, and they're the ones that's going to be putting in businesses. And it mentioned that in the press release as well, but it mostly mentions Chad McKay. But really, Loyal Technologies as an entity is the true owner of SFLM. And that's important as we dig a little deeper, because if we look at Loyal Companies, this is their website. And you can see they're an investment firm, private equity firm. And you can see they have a very large team of investors here. And here's Chad, that was mentioned in the press release. He's at the helm. And then his co-founder is this guy, Andrew Van Noy. And we're going to be digging deep into Andrew Van Noy and what he's all about, because this guy is our missing puzzle piece. And if we look at the filings that SFLM just recently uploaded last week, here's their June 30th quarterly, and we search Andrew Van Noy, you can see here he is. He has appeared on filings, which he was not here before. So he gave a $10,000 loan to the company, and here he is on filings at Real Transition Capital, Andrew Van Noy. So that's very important to us, because that means we now can confirm that Andrew Van Noy is involved with SFLM. So now we're going to take a look at Andrew Van Noy and his companies. So this is Andrew Van Noy on LinkedIn, and he actually has been involved with multiple OTC companies already. In fact, he's been involved with some of the most exciting OTC companies. Here's his one company, AI Advertising, which is ticker symbol AIAD. Now, this ticker had a huge run all the way to 18 cents at one point. and then had another run to a few cents more recently. But basically, this ticker has seen some huge moves in the past, and you're going to see a theme with Andrew Van Noy companies is they typically get very big moves, which is great for traders and investors, right? They really have proven that they can go the distance in terms of price action. And then his other company is going to be Gedgy. And if we bring up Gedgy here, we know that Gedgy was one of the hottest stocks in OTC for the past year. It did tremendous runs all the way to 2 cents and then again to 0.06, providing great returns for people. They're in a little bit of a quiet period trying to find funding now, which is why the stock has gone down. But, you know, I very much believe that they will make a big comeback once they get the funding that they need. But Andrew Van Noy is actually the co-founder of GLID, which is the company that merged into Genesis Electronics Group. And GLID is the company right here that's doing the autonomous road-to-rail vehicles. So Andrew Van Noy, between being involved with AI and also autonomous vehicles, he's clearly very interested in investing in innovative technologies. So those are his two companies that we know very well already that are both public, right? GLID is public, AIAD is public. So then he has, if we go back to his LinkedIn, one new company that's not public yet, and that's this company, Deep Power, which was founded in 2022. And it says right here, Deep Power is developing a breakthrough geothermal drilling technology to access Earth's unlimited source of clean energy. And if we take a look at the Deep Power website, here we are. Very, very nice website. You can tell they put a lot of work into this. Unlimited clean energy below our feet. Deep Power's breakthrough geothermal drilling technology, 600% faster than conventional drilling. As you can see, they do tons and tons of YouTube videos where they interview different professors and different researchers in geothermal technology. They cover geothermal news. So he's clearly very passionate about this company. He's in all of the videos. This is him, Andrew Van Noy. So this is really his full focus as of now, is this company Deep Power. And it's the only one that hasn't gone public yet. And as you can see, it is a mining/drilling technology company. And if we take a look at their technology here on the tech page, this is an example of what Deep Power can do. Far greater than traditional oil and gas drilling. So this is really innovative technology. And obviously, again, I emphasize this is the only company he has that hasn't gone public yet, and this seems to be his full focus right now. So it also matches the description of what they said was going into SFLM. As in, it is a a drilling technology company, as mentioned in the SFLM PR. And then there's also another tidbit that matches the description. Right here, Deep Power announces R&D program with the University of Oklahoma. So if we go back to that initial SFLM PR, what's it say? It says, for example, we are working with one credible university on some amazing technologies in the lithium mining industry. And for those that don't know, geothermal technology is currently used in the Salton Sea for lithium mining. So it would certainly, everything perfectly fits the description here. So all signs are pointing towards it being Deep Power, right? We have Andrew Van Noy on filings. We have Andrew Van Noy being the co-founder of Loyal Companies, which owns SFLM. And we have SFLM pretty much completely describing Deep Power here, all the way down to a T where it mentions the university partnership. But things get more interesting from here because Deep Power is not just a concept and it's not just a dream. Deep Power actually has some of the top researchers in the country behind it, and we're going to look into that right now. So the partnership with University of Oklahoma is really key here. And the reason for that is because University of Oklahoma is led by this guy, Dr. Saeed Salehi. Their research team is led by him, and they're leaders in the United States for geothermal drilling technology. And so what actually is happening with Deep Power is University of Oklahoma, their research team led by this guy, Dr. Saeed, and here he is on the University of Oklahoma website, Dr. Saeed Salehi, and they are developing all of this technology for Deep Power, and Deep Power has the exclusive licensing rights for when this technology goes commercial. So when they start selling this technology to oil and gas industry and to lithium industry, etc., Deep Power is the one who actually does the sales and gets the profits off of this technology. And it's a mutually beneficial relationship because University of Oklahoma funds the research. And Deep Power will be involved in funding some of the research as well, but it takes a lot of the weight off their shoulders by the fact that they're already being funded by a university. So that's Dr. Saeed Salehi, and we're going to take a look at what he has accomplished so far with his research with this Deep Power technology. Well, here they are, May 27th, 2022. The Sooners geothermal team wins national competition. And what was this national competition for? It was for the Department of Energy, which is absolutely huge. That means they're already working with government agencies on this technology. Now, it gets even better. Not only did they win the Department of Energy competition, but then right here, OU researchers received Department of Energy grant to pioneer demonstration and repurposing of retired oil wells into geothermal wells. And again, right here it says University of Oklahoma Associate Professor Saeed Salehi is leading a team of researchers from the Mewbourne School of Petroleum and Geological Engineering. So the project and team led by Saeed Salehi, who's working directly with Deep Power, actually received a grant of $1.7 million here from the Department of Energy. So they already have government backing for this project as well as university backing. And again, Deep Power has all of the exclusive rights to this technology that's being developed. And then right here we can see OU unveils geothermal drill that could change the world of energy. And this happened May 10th, 2023. And right here in the photo, this guy right here on our right with the glasses, that is Andrew Van Noy of SFLM, of Gedgy, of Loyal Technologies, and of Deep Power. So all signs are pointing towards Deep Power coming into SFLM, or at the very least, something that's closely related to Deep Power and what Deep Power is doing. And right here in the background, we can see in this photo, right here in the background, that's the drill, that's the rig. So this is not just a concept. They already have built these. These are very real. And so often we see OTC mergers and companies that have these concepts, but they don't have a real product developed. It's really just them selling you a dream. But this is not the case here because they already have the product. It's ready. It won the competition. It's been tested. It's been tried. They're ready to start deploying this for commercialization from everything I can tell so far. And again, Andrew Van Noy being in the picture, I mean, guys, it's got to be this, right? You would think it has to be this, or at least very closely related to this for what's coming into SFLM. And if this is all true, this could be easily the biggest merger we've seen all year in the OTC. I mean, far and away. I mean, what other mergers in OTC have we seen that have Department of Energy funding through grants and have the best research team in the country behind it, right? I mean, it's pretty incredible stuff here that they're trying to bring in. And let's just a couple more things that really confirm that this is going to be Deep Power related is this right here. Deep Power closes Series A venture investment. Deep Power actually already got a couple $1 million in funding through this Series A investment round through a VC partner that's not named. I believe that VC partner is Loyal Companies because they're a venture capitalist private equity firm. And they've invested in SFLM. It would make sense to invest directly into Deep Power as well, especially if they plan on bringing it into SFLM. But then let's take a look at the date on this press release. November 15th, 2022 is when Deep Power announced their Series A investment has been closed. Well, do you guys remember that date? Because if we go back to SFLM's initial press release, it was on the exact same day, November 15th, 2022. So this is really a puzzle coming together here very nicely. We know that the attorney letter, as you can see here, was filed on 9/21. That means the stock can go pink current any day now. And I would imagine, since this has been a year in the works now, that they are ready to announce the merger as soon as this is pink current. I would certainly think that. And now one more little tidbit here. I mentioned they have all these YouTube videos. They're very active on YouTube. They're very active on Facebook. They're very active on LinkedIn. But here's something interesting. They're not active on Twitter yet. They only have one tweet, December 19th, 2022, Deep Power Tech. This is their official Twitter. So why aren't they active on Twitter? Is it because they're waiting for the merger to be announced before they start tweeting? I think so. I think very much so that is the case. I think there's a clear reason why they've avoided posting on Twitter while they're posting on all other platforms, because typically company Twitters are for shareholders and things like that. So they don't want to talk about the merger and things like that yet before it's actually announced, right? So I would imagine that they start tweeting once we know more about SFLM, and we should know more about SFLM and confirm all of these details very soon. Now, again, everything here is speculative. It doesn't necessarily have to be a deep power merger. It could be a deep power joint venture. It could be some sort of subsidiary. It could be anything that's closely related to this venture. But I very much believe that all the signs point towards it being deep power. 600% faster than conventional drilling, unlimited clean energy below our feet. This is breakthrough technology. They already have Department of Energy grant. They already have the leading research team behind it. They already have a drill made. I think this could really go far. This is definitely shaping up to be one of the most exciting mergers in OTC that we've probably ever seen. And again, Andrew Van Noy, all of his previous companies have gone public, so why wouldn't this one? And again, all of his previous companies had epic runs on the stock market, so why wouldn't this one, right? It's all about knowing the insiders. It's all about knowing how they operate. And these guys have high experience in OTC and creating big runs in OTC. So very much looking forward to this. I hope we get news ASAP, because we're all on the edge of our seats in anticipation. And I hope you guys really appreciate all of this research that I've put out. And just enjoy, guys. Enjoy the stock market. Enjoy what's coming in here, because I think it's going to be really exciting. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.